Hello everyone. My project is titled MovieIQ and I am doing it as predictive analysis on film success. So in this project I have combined data analytics and the statistical analytics and machine learning and also interactive data visualization to understand the factors more clearly. So, the main objective of this project is to analyze the movie data and identify patterns related to budget, revenue, the popularity of the movie, runtime, and vote average and genre. So, for this project, I have used VS Code and Python. So, starting with the executed dashboard, we can see the main KPIs of the data set. So, the data set contains 2000 movies here, and the overall success rate is 80.7 percentage with 1614 movies classified as successful, and the average popularity scored here is 50.09, and the machine learning model achieves an accuracy of approximately 81.2 percentage. So the KPIs provide a quick overview of the dataset and the overall analytic results. Next, we are moving to the key insights sections. The dashboard automatically summarizes the major findings from this analysis, and it provides the insight about the overall movie success rate and the relationship between the budget and revenue, the most represented genres, genre level success rates, and the result of the statistical tests. So this allows the user to understand the important findings without having to go to individual visualization and finding it. Next is budget versus revenue. Next, this visualization shows the relationship between the movie budget and the revenue. The green points represent successful movies while the red points represent unsuccessful movies. The dashed line represents the points where the revenue equals to budget, and movies above this line generate more revenue than their budget, which is the definition of success used in this project. Now moving to the exploratory analysis section. Here I analyzed the distribution of movie across different genres. The genre analysis helps identifying which genre are most commonly represented and in the data set and allows us to see their success rate. I also compared successful and unsuccessful movie based on variables such as popularity, runtime, and vote average. The correlation heat map shows the relationship between the important numerical values including budget, revenue, and popularity, also the runtime, vote average, and movie success. This exploratory analysis helps the identification of important patterns before the the statistical testing and machine learning. So it is considered as a primary step. Next, we'll go to the statistical analysis session. I performed an individual independent sample t-test to examine whether the average popularity differs between the successful and unsuccessful movies. The null hypothesis states that there is no difference in mean popularity between the two groups, while the alternative hypothesis states that there is a difference between them exists. I also used a significant level of 0.05 to evaluate the result. I also performed a chi-square test for independence to examine if the movie genre is associated with movie success. So the dashboard displays the test statistic, p-value, degree of freedom, and final statistical decision. Next stage is the machine learning section. For prediction, I implemented a random forest classification model, which is like a more easier version. So the target variable is movie success, where successful movies are represented by 1 and unsuccessful movies are represented by 0. The model uses features such as budget, popularity, runtime, vote average, and genre. I used an 80-20 train test split from machine learning where 80% of the data is used for training and 20% is used for testing. So the model is evaluated using several metrics including accuracy, precision and recall, F1 score and ROCAUC. I also included a confusion matrix to show the correct and incorrect prediction made by the model. The ROC curve provides another view of the model's classification performance. Finally, feature important shows which variables are contributing the most to the random forest prediction. So, movie prediction, like one of the main interactive feature it is. So, a user can enter movie characteristics such as budget, popularity, runtime, vote average, and genre. After entering the value, the random forest model will predict the movie is likely to be successful or failure. So the dashboard also provides the estimated probability for the prediction. This demonstrates how the machine learning model can be transformed into interactive decision support. So the project section summarizes the complete workflow of this project. It covers the problem definition, data preparation, exploratory analysis, statistical testing, machine learning methodology, and the dashboard development and final reflection. So this makes the project easier to understand and review because the methodology and the results are documented within the application itself. So there are some limitations to project also. So the data set does not include several potential important factors such as like marketing expenditure or the cast popularity, like the actors and the actresses. So also release timing and competition. Also it doesn't have the audience sentiment, so sentiment analysis and all are not there. Also the dataset contains more successful movies than the unsuccessful movies, so that accuracy should not be like considered alone, which is why I have also evaluated the model using the precision, recall, F1 score and ROCAUC. I included the confusion matrix too. So to conclude, I conclude with this movie. I named it as Movie IQ. Movie IQ combines the exploratory data analytics and statistical testing, machine learning, and interactive visualization into a single application. This project helps identify patterns related to the movie success and demonstrate how machine learning can be used to predict movie outcomes. So, the interactive dashboard makes the analysis easier to explore and understand. So, this is what I did in the overall project. I also learned how the process works from the input to a perfect dashboard, and also I learned about the Streamlit. This project I'm running it in Streamlit, and yeah, this is overall learning of mine through this project. And thank you for watching, and thank you for the opportunity.